That was very much an exercise, and you might think, well, how does that apply as much to real life? Because it kind of got a little caricature-y. So we're going to move and do another one with slight alterations, but I still want to point out the value in this. Now, Barry was sort of yelling and louder, and he really stretched himself, right? When I used to run track in high school, our coach would have us do these things that I thought were silly. We would run backwards sometimes. We would run with high knees, and I don't know if this is PC, I think I can say, but we do butt kicks, you know, where you run like this. And I would never run a race like that. I would lose the race. But they helped me work on different muscles, and I got faster. And particularly like with the hurdles, that helped me be able to do the hurdles. So we're stretching our muscles. No, you're not going to necessarily have that exact conversation, but you just worked on how it felt. So this is what we're going to do. Who would like to volunteer to, we're going to do that all together again. Who would like to volunteer to be the debaters? Anyone? Is that Deanna's jumping on up?
I'll do it.
Excellent. Anyone else want to hop on up and debate?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, Carol and Deanna. Okay, so everyone stand up. I don't mean to be like putting you on stage here. So I'm going to have you do low control since you just did high control, and I'm going to have you do high control since you just did low. Now, Seb, you're going to be her personal coach over here.
Can I stand on this side so we can...
Yes, so she can see you. Excellent. And who wants to be a coach? Anyone want to be a coach over here?
Okay, I'll be a coach.
Okay, so you can stand over here and tell Carol up and down.
What am I coaching you?
No, Carol.
I'm
You
coaching.
can stand next to me, but she can see you.
Yes.
I'm coaching you to be
Lower. So we mentioned that maybe the exercise, we didn't know much about the subject. So want to take like a quick 10 seconds to figure out something you guys would like to debate. It doesn't have to be hugely emotional, just something you could talk about.
Actors now.
Actors
No,
like.
I'm kidding. No, let's do it.
Best actor and best actor. Favorite actor. And actually, who is the world's best ever actor?
Right. Great. So don't say it yet, 'cause we'll save it for the debate. So we're going to alter our presence, and I really want us to focus on having high and low control. So you don't want to dominate the conversation. That was some of what was going on before, but perfectly valid because it's a good exercise still. But now we're going to work on don't totally disappear and don't totally dominate. And again, you guys will indicate up or down. And we are going to observe, and then afterwards we're going to give them some feedback. Okay. Everyone clear? Mm-hmm. Okay. Take a second to review. Okay, go ahead and we'll do this for about 2 minutes. Go ahead and begin.
Well, I think that Tom Hanks is the world's best actor.
Story facts.
Oh, and I follow that up with the fact that Forrest Gump and Philadelphia Story and the astronaut movie. There's so many movies that he was fabulous in.
Rosebud.
Oh, Rosebud. Orson Welles, come on, that's awful.
Oh, I thought it was Forrest.
That's correct. Yeah. Just keep your low status, because I'm clearly high status. So what I say to you, just think about Tom Hanks when he was in that movie and he just cried when Philadelphia Story and you just see him dying on the bed. Really? Oh no, not mine. It's just impassioned.
What idea?
Now don't want to dominate, Deanna. I think you can probably feel she's taking over a little.
Oh, sure. That's actually a brilliant movie, and yet I still feel that Tom Hanks is
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's give it up for Deanna. All right, we're all a little punch drunk, and that's okay. That's okay. There's no need to apologize.
That's right. I mean, the best.
So let's talk a little bit about, no need to apologize, really. I still think we're getting, this is still a helpful exercise, isn't it? Yeah. So we were watching, what were things that we were able to do before we broke into giggles to alter a little bit?
Well, oh, sorry.
No,
go on. Go ahead.
The thing I noticed most was the coaching that Seb was giving, like say facts or
Yes.
differently or something, like that would be useful.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. Anything else?
I think that in your defense, you work with people. I work with people like this, and they just, it's like an assault. And if you're just not even prepared for it, it just takes you off guard.
Yeah.
So just taking a step back, breathing, and I'm sorry, but nodding. Okay,
Yes.
I'm engaged, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then just trying to make your responses an excellent point. Those were good movies, but I really think that and pushing your point.
It's
hard
hard.
to let me off guard,
I
too,
think
because I
this
thought
exercise is hard to do as a debate. It just
Yeah.
sets it up to
But
win.
we went towards, I think we were slightly moving towards.
I do too, now that I think
Yes,
about it.
yes.
Aggressive and
Yeah.
and
It's-
I
controlling,
agree.
as opposed to assertive, proactive and measured.
So what if we were to take out of this exercise as a key point? It's really hard.
Yeah.
It can be really hard, and you need that voice in your head. Remember, do this, do this. So you need to practice. For all of us that think, oh, this is exhausting, or this is it is hard. It's an adjustment, and it can be learned, but it's not instantaneous. Okay, good job. Take a seat. So everyone have their handout, and everyone got their handout and a pen. I have more pens. If not, we are going to now move on to this section that says my situation. All right, so go ahead and open it up. And you're going to look at my situation. And now, obviously, we've explored these different ideas. We've gotten to do a little bit of role playing. And now what we really want to do is focus on your actual situation. Carol is ready to go, and so is Penny. You've got some good ideas already. Go ahead and write down your thoughts, but I also wouldn't mind if you talked a little bit to the person next to you, brainstormed a little bit before you started writing it down. I'm going to give you a good 6 minutes to do this, because I know this is very important. It's things you're dealing with right now. So go ahead and talk to the person next to you and write down some ideas.
So, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We write the ideas first, then we talk to the person next to us,
Talk-
we talk to the person next to us. How do you want us to do this?
I would say talk to the person next to you and then write down the ideas.
Okay.
But I certainly don't want to stop Carol and Penny from the one idea that got out real quickly. Glad you're
So,
excited.
earlier I said, I think commissions low presence for clients, but I think they do high presence for consultants. So, like for short bursts, having a big input.
No, I think it's about managing yourself between the two. There's no reason why you can't get
I think I'm able to go
accomplished or
back
do what you need to do as a low presence or as a high presence. You have to
Which you believe.
right? You're not always going to be high
Right.
presence.
Okay, so I'm not
Oh,
finding the beliefs are there, and I can make them up as well. I can make them up for you, but I think the best if you make them up for you.
Yeah, so just leave, there's not.
Over here.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a
Okay, good.
Mary?
Yes.
Confident and certain.
There you go.
Best of both worlds, you can just look back and forth.
Yes.
Because, like we were just talking about with our clients, you don't necessarily always want to be high presence when you're low presence.
Generous thoughts,
It's give and take, like you're
It's probably a generous thought.
And I would say, I agree with that, I'd say even in your company, right? Because not just the client internally, but you're talking to people above you and below you and all over. Do you mind if I bring this kind of to the group? You want to share the group? Because it's a great point.
Which tactics will I use?
when would you want to change your level? You think you want to change it when you're with clients?
Well, I think I'm typically,
Like-
I'm too low, so I think
Too low.
sometimes I need to
I
be
don't
more,
want to
be bigger.
You know, I think this
And
is
then
smart,
that's the other
but
thing
I
I
really
said
think the
with
same
with
people
my
that
junior
are
stage, I'm having
will
high
do what
thought
we're
knowledge
comfortable
with them about projects.
Because sometimes I feel like I don't use their energy now. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
You know, direct them less, say less, less that.
I'm gonna get both
Come to their own
perspectives.
conclusions.
Yeah. Something
There's
interested
nothing wrong with
in
either,
support.
that'll value to what you're saying.
How do you think you're
It's your belief, you just, right? Takes the stress out of it.
Anything else for you?
So just from that weird.
Okay.
Which one will I use is that people pleasing one?
Do you think if you're gonna be a liver,
I just stay true to myself, even if others don't like it.
So if I already
When my boss says, you know, you're totally wrong.
Why would I want to change that?
That's a great question. You already have presence, why don't you change it? Maybe perhaps
I
when you
do
want
always
low
get that
control
stuff.
presence instead of low
So they
control
also
presence. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't, yes, there's questions. I'm just looking at maybe towards a low presence, ask open-ended questions.
Happy to go to like, if you're wondering what beliefs are, like some beliefs right on the outside, not that you can only use some beliefs, but some of these asking. So we have about a minute left.
It's like kind of clear.
Did you have that point with this part? Did you know that?
Down, you know,
I've never
ever seen one with?
Yeah,
I'm sure that's
fine.
I'm sure that's one.
What about?
Right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so if you haven't finished everything, that's okay, we'll go ahead and stop, but I think most of you have. Let's talk about, I'm going to actually ask Carol, and I asked her ahead of time if she could share a point with us, because she had a really, a very astute point, I thought. Wanna go ahead? Yes, so she said to me, wouldn't it be best if you could float in between low controlled and high controlled? And I said yes, because that would be my answer. And then we talked about particularly for your company, because you have to talk to people above you, you have to talk to people below you, interfacing with the clients. It's really, it would be ideal to be able to do both, which is exactly why we're working out those muscles that feel uncomfortable to us to be able to do that. Thanks for letting us share that, Carol. Okay, anything else? What about this group over here? What did you come up with for in your situation?
Well, I kind of came to the epiphany that the boss that I deal with, that he frankly just cares the crap out of me, I changed I have some different ideals that I'm going to use to, I'm no better or worse in the situation before me, and I mean just go in, but I also went in a low presence situation. I don't have to match him. I do not have to match him. I am who I am. I believe what I believe. I know what I know, at least from where I'm sitting and where I'm looking. And if he wants to shoot me down, that's completely his prerogative, but I've done my homework, at least I know how. And I guess it's like I think an emotional roadblock went up for me that I don't have to match him.
Great.
And so some situations I'll go in high presence because I know, okay, this is important, I have to get this done, I really need your approval in this situation. I'll be like, oh, okay, that's what you think, okay, great, yeah, we'll do that, no problem.
And what a great thing to realize,
Yeah.
to be able to work in that way. Now, can I ask you a question, jumping back to something Ford was saying earlier? Do you think you would have learned that if I just told you everything that was on the handout?
No, it was actually fun going through all these crazy exercises and watching, you know,
Yeah.
if you try to match someone like what we were doing and
Yeah.
it doesn't really work, it kind of makes you obnoxious.
Uh-huh.
But then if you know, it's okay to be in a low presence because you're still retrieving information, you're still taking it in, you're still engaged in the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't have to be this, you know, I've got a boss who wants to be that winner all the time.
Yeah.
You know, God bless you. You just own that. That's not me.
Yes, you don't have to engage.
Right.
Great. Anything over here you guys want to share?
Nope.
Nope. That's all right. You've got it down with you. You can take it with you. All right. We are almost at the end of our workout, and this is on the back of your handout as well. These are 5 tips for success, and remember to be confident and calm. Think I'm in control because your beliefs do affect. Joan really talked about this at the beginning. Your beliefs affect how you act and how you progress. Speak relatively little or at a measured pace. Think about what you say before you say it. For those of us that interrupt, that's useful. Think about your beliefs and your state of mind before communicating with others. That's again getting into your mindset. Focus on a greater purpose rather than just being liked. And that's, I think, exactly what you were just talking about, Penny. And this is something I remind myself. My purpose is more than just please. And I feel like for me as a woman, I go there fast. And then you work with people of all different around the globe. That may be something that people go to quickly. So just be aware of that. Do things your own way. Be noticed for the right reasons. And this gets back to that authenticity piece. You don't want to be like me on the stage. You want to use what fits you. Okay? Thank you guys so much for coming along and working out your minds. I really had a great time with all of you. And we do have some further sources for those of you that like to go home and read a little more. Particularly when we talked about the beating the fear, this impressing groups workshop is fun one and can get into that. And here's some books. The last thing I have for us to do, we're going to take 1 minute to do it. It's a feedback sheet. You can go ahead and fill it out. And I'm going to ask, if you want to get some emails for the next 3 weeks, we just send out one email about a week. It'll give you some more tips. We do not use it for spam. You can write your name in the email legibly on the bottom. If you want to turn this in and have it be confidential, just rip it off. We can get your feedback in your email, but we don't necessarily need to know that. Thank you. So go ahead. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Marion. Well done for being our last person.
Are you ever?
I stopped my watch late, but I think maybe it was over 1 minute.
We'll see.
That's okay.
We'll go back to it.
Was I 53 or
1 minute,
53?
because that's within
That's margin error, right?
So let's do a quick round of applause for everybody. Penny and Tracy. You can just tell Marion she's wonderful.
Oh yeah, I thought why not use the actual pen?
Yeah.
Don't just
So guys, big thank you and a big well done to all of you for today and the entire week of making it through a lot of stuff and a big long week in LA, especially for people driving in every morning. Well done to you for being so wonderful. So again, just a proper big thank you from Seb and I for everything you put in. It's been a pleasure and a joy working with you. Let me put our email addresses up. And as we say, we would love to hear from you over the weekend or when you have a chance at some point.
Weekend.
Is there a difference between weekend and weekend?
Love it. Love it, love it. You will find.
EN, right, Seb?
AM.
Damn it. Sebastian. Sorry, everybody.
Sebastian.
So you use your full name and your email address?
So they're both dots. So Howell.Berry and Sebastian.Bailey. Mind at themindgym.com.
I just realized something, can I ask you a question? My intro that wouldn't have counted in that time usually doesn't count, right?
No.
Perfect. Not ever. Sorry. I was gonna worry about that for the next 2 weeks.
Oh. I'm just saying with the startup story, the intro thing doesn't count to it.
Right.
I'm feeling better.